Welcome back to Industrial Nexus. The largest trucks, the heaviest equipment, and the most dangerous decisions. When humans underestimate the power of machinery, the consequences happen in an instant. Get ready, because what you are about to see is a series of accidents that would make any veteran driver shudder. 'When gravity speaks, all willpower becomes powerless, and this construction site paid the price in just a few short seconds. A 130-meter tall chimney, boiler house, and sturdy structure all collapsed in a chillingly precise moment. The heavily loaded LKT-80 truck crawled along the narrow, steep road, where even a small misstep could have costly consequences. Inspecting the vehicle before the trip is not just a formality, it is the first line of defense against serious risks like this. The attempt to pull the truck, which was sliding down the ravine, lasted only a few moments before gravity completely took control. Imagine having to load a bulldozer weighing tens of tons onto a trailer in the middle of a snowstorm. Even a small mistake could be dangerous, and this is where the operator's experience truly matters. No one wants to return with an empty truck, but overloading will force you to stop in the harshest way possible. The moment the crane starts to lose balance is when everything becomes nearly impossible to save. Just a few seconds later, the entire structure collapses completely. The truck carrying 24 tons of car parts is tilted in a very unfavorable position, making access and securing it quite challenging. "50 tons were suspended in mid-air, and just a small mistake could cause the entire structure to collapse in an instant. The engine roars with confidence, but just a few seconds later, the truck has upgraded itself to a jumping vehicle. Perhaps the driver forgot a basic rule. Before driving, lower the truck bed. like a ton-weighted elephant trying to walk on a flimsy raft in the middle of a lake, and the outcome is something everyone can predict. It might seem like the process is going right. But when one element is overlooked, the ground level, the load, or the angle of inclination, it's enough to turn a routine task into an irreversible disaster. It's not just about rescuing the vehicle, but also about the challenges of the terrain and manpower, where creativity and careful planning are crucial for survival. When three SD-40s roared in unison, it wasn't the sound of speed, but the sound of control and responsibility on a track with a long history. The BK-1000B didn't fall randomly. It was guided to crash in the right direction, at the right speed, exactly as the engineers had planned.
Oh my God. Holy sh! I am behind a trailer, car carrier, and
A regular motorcycle? No, this is a super cool fuel tanker from Nightwolves. The Seaboard Marine crane encounters a problem, and every passing second has you holding your breath, witnessing the weight of steel battling against gravity. A 500-ton crane, 4 trucks, and a specialized trailer, all pushed to their limits. The moment things started to go off track, there was no room for adjustments or corrections.
Right there!
What would you do if you had to drive a machine weighing tons on a bridge that barely fits the wheels? Just one small mistake can lead to big consequences. This video is a vivid example of the importance of planning ahead before lining up. A bucket of sand heavier than expected is enough to overpower even a steel machine. Gravity didn't need long to prove that. You will truly feel the danger when standing close to a massive crane on the verge of collapsing. The storage pit unexpectedly collapsed beneath a 30-ton excavator, and in that breathtaking moment, the excavator flipped over spectacularly, but the driver miraculously escaped unharmed. Can you imagine an 88.4-meter-long propeller gliding across a Danish road without encountering any obstacles? This is a real-life feat. Giant steel beams cracked and the oil rig collapsed in a chaotic scene that no one wanted to witness. Duck Canyon, where vehicle power, driving skill, and courage meet in an extreme, perilous challenge. In just a few seconds, the feeling went from a sigh of relief to absolute breathlessness. The slope offered no second chance to correct a mistake. You'll hold your breath every second as these massive blocks of stone are transported downstream by marble trucks. Everything seemed to be under control. The cable tightened, the vehicle inched forward little by little. Then, in an instant, the pulling force exceeded its capacity and disaster struck. No more lifting 40-ton containers or 80-ton super heavy loads, but the last lift of the P6 is a final moment in its lifetime. Open terrain, high speed, and virtually zero margin of error. This is what makes Dakar so special, even if it's only recreated for a few short minutes.
Dus gewoon met elkaar
Just a few seconds of disregard for traffic laws is enough to turn an ordinary journey into an irreversible moment. The wheels are still spinning, the engine is still roaring, but the pulling force is not enough to conquer the steep incline ahead. This is why many local drivers always advise checking your vehicle thoroughly before climbing the Batu Jomba hill. Not every stretch of road offers a chance to make corrections.
Mira, ves, no todo lo que se
Imagine being behind the wheel of a 70-ton monster with a 50-meter-long crane in front of you, and knowing that just one small mistake could turn the road into a death trap. Heavy rescue requires not only strength, but also meticulous calculations. A precise maneuver helps prevent further damage to both people and vehicles. Before you can even breathe a sigh of relief, gravity has caught the crane as it just stood upright, reminding us that the mountain never shows mercy.
Kéo chân kìa! Chân kìa! Chân! Ui! Dây đất rồi!
A typical mistake made by beginners. Seeing something stuck, they just pull it without stopping to observe and coordinate the operations between the equipment. KAMAZ flips during unloading as a reminder. Never underestimate the immense weight you're working with. Imagine you're sitting in the cabin of a KAMAZ 55111. The dump bed starts to lift. Dozens of tons of rock are piled up on one side, just a few centimeters off, and everything could be over in an instant. The scene is so thrilling that you have to hold your breath. The bridge bends, the water flows, and the truck shakes with every beat.
Давай! Jai!
If you have to drive a monster across the desert with hot sand under the wheels, and every movement demands absolute precision, the Kenworth 963 can handle any challenge perfectly. The truck seems to be struggling with the road, while the driver can only pray. This is one step in the furniture shipping process in Spain. If the ground collapsed right beneath your feet, what would you do to save the excavator before it plunged into the hole?
Но он быстро ехал, торопился.
The main cause of the tanker explosion was the lack of ventilation before discharging the oil. When flammable vapors accumulate inside, even a small spark can trigger an explosion.
Who wants to take that bumper with him?
A minor technical error or misjudgment of the terrain is enough to cause this heavy machine to spiral out of control. Although the Ford F-150 is much smaller than a dump truck,
Стой, стой! Нет, нет, стой! О!
Guys, we're swinging side to side.
Look who's stuck. Ooh. No fucking. Oh, hey.
Wow.
its high torque and suitable drivetrain allow it to still provide towing support in challenging conditions. Every meter of road here demands extremely precise control of the throttle. A little too much and you'll skid, a little too little and you'll get stuck. The ferry journey from Amerongen to Ekenville is usually a familiar route, but in a storm, it transforms into a direct confrontation between man and nature. The excavator looked like an orc creature forged from Soviet steel. Slow, heavy, but unstoppable. Amidst the vast ocean, fire turns metal, glass, and money into something as fragile as paper. Not all accidents end in disaster. Some end in good fortune.
Caiu.
Moving a massive propylene-propane separator is never a simple task. It's a journey that demands precise calculations down to the meter, close teamwork, and the highest level of expertise. Kamaz falls asleep in the middle of a construction site. It sounds funny, but the consequences are significant. Luckily, an excavator helped it get back on its feet.
Hey, you stay.
From Baignon to Elven, the road giant begins its journey. The first challenge is not on the highway, but to escape the narrow industrial area of Baignon.
Всем привет, с вами агроном. Сегодня я вам покажу, как мы будем мост выдергивать.
When hard work is assigned to professionals, everything becomes easier than ever. In Rostov-on-Don, the Dnieper crane unexpectedly lost balance. In a critical moment, the operator managed to escape the cabin just in time before the massive machine completely overturned into a pit.
Опа, опа, опа!
The truck was there, seemingly ready for a swift pull. The ropes were hooked, the engine roared to life, and everyone believed it would be a clean rescue, but things didn't go according to plan.
Ёбаный в рот. Ёбаный в рот.
Empty roads at dawn can create a false sense of security, but this complacency prevents drivers from slowing down when entering curves, and the consequences come much faster than a person's reaction time. Putting a racing truck onto a trailer right now is like trying to get a train up a flight of stairs and everything is against you except hope.
Wow, người đang phải nằm chờ đợi, chưa thể lọt qua được.
The sharp bend on the mountain pass was like a perfect physical trap. The car was long, the road was narrow, and gravity was on the side of the abyss. Luckily, the rescue was successful.
Kéo lên nào, lên được không nào, lên luôn nào, lên rồi, chưa, lên nào, có lên được không?
When the tractor arrived, the scene suddenly felt like a reset for the mistake that had just occurred. No noise, no criticism, just a solution. No sirens, no dramatic dust storms, just the tense sound of cables carrying the weight of the entire forest. The sand may have won the first round, but when the bulldozers entered the fray, the game completely changed.
Вот теперь он за моста смотри. Смотри, смотри. Ладно! Долбоёб, куда ты смотришь, блядь? Какой ты топор съёмся, уже всё.
Rescuing a truck from a river is never a simple task, but no one expected the rescue operation to turn into a major incident right before the eyes of hundreds of people. In such challenging terrain, a set of steel tracks would probably be more suitable for the excavator's movement.
More truck. Right in the grass and everything. Look at that. That's why truckers have such a bad name. He's just tearing the heck out of that grass. Look at that. Punching it, knocking the poles over.
What happens when a 70-foot tall silo is demolished in just seconds? The demolition at Jim's demonstrates the incredible power of controlled demolition techniques. Just a few centimeters higher, is that enough to make a car a victim under the East Street Railroad Bridge? The answer is yes. Each time the Grove 60-ton crane lifts a load, it's a tense moment. It all depends on the operator's skill and coordination on the ground. Cameras captured the moment the train unexpectedly derailed at Williston Yard. Stacked container cars were pulled off the tracks, creating a tense scene right in the middle of the port area. Is a 14% gradient really the limit? With the engine still powerful but insufficient traction, will this Hyundai continue or will it have to give up? When the Scania truck became a fish stranded in the swamp, the John Deere 8-wheeler appeared like an iron ox. No fuss, no rush, just pure traction to solve the problem. In the biting cold, the DT75 seems to be trying to awaken a sleeping giant named T170. The cable is connected lower than necessary, causing a loss of pulling force, as if pulling a heavy object in the wrong position. The slope doesn't change, only the vehicle reveals its true nature. The power of the engine doesn't need to be showcased.
Hey, stop! No!
Luckily, the driver wasn't on the excavator. This mud puddle is like a soft sofa. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. The Jeep JK wasn't stuck from the start. It was the wheels themselves that pulled it down. the familiar Roy Hill Road, the McAleese transport team is undertaking a challenging mission, safely delivering a 200-ton wheel loader to the Christmas Creek recycling plant. The driver was lucky to escape unharmed when he accidentally dropped a block of material into the furnace, causing it to splatter everywhere. Remember, mistakes like this shouldn't happen in a furnace.
Они развернулись, пожарные. Ну они ездят сколько, я не знаю, зачем так далеко, потому что но они ездят, он просто цепанул.
With its high torque at low RPMs, the IMT 577 demonstrates why it remains a trusted choice for towing trailers in agriculture and local transport. What caused a perfectly healthy tugboat to sink so quickly to the bottom of the sea? During the demolition process, the foundation and underlying rubble become unstable, causing the excavator to lose its balance and tip over. This is a common risk when working on structures being dismantled. A brake failure caused the tractor trailer to lose control while boarding the ferry, hurtling down the slope and plunging into the Xingu River in just seconds. The crane collapsed like a giant steel beam, blocking the fragile boundary between the construction site and the traffic outside. This seemingly tranquil mountain road is actually a rigorous test for both people and machines. The SY-750H Pro convoy is having to move massive blocks of steel over steep slopes and treacherous inclines. From a distance, the Suntarsky Bridge may look old and dilapidated. But once trucks start rolling across it, each span becomes a life or death test for both people and vehicles. Imagine you're the driver driving across this bridge. Do you have the courage to step on the gas?
Nghe vô đưa tới cái tết nữa là chết luôn. Tới.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
The tracks are not a place for hesitation. Once the wheels stop on them, the risks are already out of control. In this terrain, the compactor is no longer just a tool, but becomes a giant roller. If the wheels lose traction, the entire mass immediately turns against the operator. Tests like these are the line between a structure that looks safe and a system that can actually protect people in a worst-case scenario. The 588 MTE swing wing trailer allows for flexible load distribution, but also requires the driver to have a very good understanding of the vehicle combination's response when cornering and climbing hills. Imagine you're in the middle of a deep forest. Your LKT-80 is ready to haul logs, and then suddenly there's a loud clunk. The locking mechanism fails, the fuel runs out, and the winch goes completely silent. The moment the truck bed lifts is also when gravity changes sides. As the load shifts entirely to the back, the front of the truck becomes so light that it lifts off the ground like a toy. Do you think this is an operational error or a carefully calculated action? Reversing a car is difficult enough, but reversing a multi-axle trailer capable of handling such a massive load is many times more challenging. It's a true test of driving skill and coordination. Every incident like this leaves a valuable lesson for the entire construction industry. Never underestimate heavy equipment. Optimized for harsh environments, this off-road vehicle moves through mud more smoothly than expected. Specialized tires and a high-torque drivetrain ensure stable traction, providing firm control even in the most slippery conditions.
This is how you get it into the truck. I've had people asking for this.
It looks impressive, but these techniques should only be used by those with extensive experience and a thorough understanding of the machine's limitations. The ZR 12111 is equipped with a powerful 6-cylinder engine and weighs up to 5,050 kilos. However, in deep mud, even pure power is no longer an absolute advantage.
Now they're all kind of pulling evenly. The angles look pretty tight now.
At iPetri, the driver not only controls the vehicle, but also controls safety. Every brake application and every steering maneuver on the 40 curves must be carefully calculated to avoid losing control on the 24-kilometer-long slope.
Дьявольски.
Just a moment of forgetting to lower the truck bed, and the dump truck turned the traffic light pole into an unintentional obstacle.
А, губа, ладно.
This guy seems to believe his Belarus 82 possesses godlike power, but when faced with a 50-ton Mercedes, the first thing to beg for mercy is the clutch, not the truck. While the Kamaz was sidelined due to a technical issue, the T-130 demonstrated why it was designed for tough tasks. Simply pure traction propelled the truck up the slope, and the cargo continued to its destination. You're used to seeing C-130s flying overhead, but this time it's reversed roles. Instead of tearing through the sky, this steel monster crawls through every street and bridge, turning the entire route into a rare mobile exhibition. The soft, muddy terrain is always the biggest enemy of a tracked bulldozer. Just a slight misjudgment of the ground or improper weight distribution can cause the machine, weighing several tons, to be swallowed within minutes.
Двадцать четыре.
Specifically designed for emergency operations, the Dresden Man Fat One boasts a powerful diesel engine, combined with a modern suspension system and high ground clearance, allowing it to maintain stability on even the most challenging terrains. And then the familiar scenario unfolded. Not more power, but more assistance. A tractor was called in, diverting the pulling force out of the mud, gradually freeing the caterpillar. The more you try to escape, the more the mud clings tightly. The wet peat soil gives no second chances. It only waits for the heavy machinery to make its first mistake. In just a few short seconds, the truck was transformed into a block of steel being pulled backward by gravity. The cold diesel engine lacked sufficient traction, the wheels lost grip, and the slope instantly took control of the situation.
Proses evakuasi ini berjalan dengan lancar.
It's like trying to balance a pole that is too long in your hands. The farther you reach, the harder it is to hold. The same goes for mobile cranes. As the reach increases, stability decreases exponentially, leading to predetermined outcomes. This is the CNX 307 train speeding through Brockville, the train hurtling forward like a precisely operated steel machine, leaving a brief but impressive vibration on the tracks.
Motor belakang.
It looks like he had a terrible day at work. This is a classic case of a weak foundation overcoming steel. The crane is strong enough to lift, the cables don't break, but the support structure can't withstand the actual pressure. The colossal machine advances little by little, slowly but powerfully. In the world of heavy loads, patience and stability are more important than speed, because even a moment of haste can cause the entire system to spiral out of control. Incredibly, with just a little timely assistance, that seemingly helpless machine managed to free itself from the river. Not everyone behind the wheel is capable of controlling the power of these massive machines. When ego outweighs experience, failure is only a matter of time. The images you just saw are clear evidence of the harsh realities of industrial life, and Industrial Nexus will continue to bring you the most